We are to prove that if A is greater than B, then A plus C is greater than B plus C for all A, B, and C element of real numbers. This is actually the addition property of inequality, where if you have already an inequality here, when you add the any same expression or value or constant or a variable on both sides, the inequality remains the same. Again, this is the addition property of inequality. But for this video, we are going to show the proof of this using important concepts on real numbers. This is very important as we move closer to some topics in real analysis, as we practice making of proof and making of statements that are sound and true. Before we start here, let me introduce another set that is part of the discussion, this set here. This is a set of positive real numbers. This is just a subset of the set of real numbers. All items or elements in this set are actually positive, no matter how small or how large they can be. They are all greater than 0. Okay? We are reintroducing this because part of our proof later is this statement, because on the set of positive real numbers, we have that statement that if x is greater than y, no matter how small x or no matter how large x and y are, if x is greater than y, this entails that if we are going to subtract y from x, being y as the smaller value to x, we will always get a result which is the set element of the set of positive real numbers. No matter how small it is, no matter how large it is, as long as x is greater than that y, we will always get positive numbers. Where are we showing this? Because take note that in our statement, we are involving inequalities. Hence, looking into this statement, the item that we are going to prove, we must show that if A plus C is greater than B plus C, following this idea that A plus C is larger than B plus C, we can show, or we need to show that this is related to this statement, that if we are going to subtract B plus C, the whole entire B plus C from A plus C, it should be an element of the positive real numbers. Because if we can, that means this is smaller than this, then we have established this statement, the item that we are trying to prove. That's why we presented the set of positive real numbers, because we are going to use that as part of our proof. At the same time, our statement here, hypothesis, is also inequality. So this is the proof now. Please bear with me. So let's start by letting A, B, and C element of real numbers, so that we can apply necessary properties on the set P, positive of real numbers, set of positive real numbers, because they are just subset on the set of real numbers. Okay, and we are also going to claim this, that A is greater than B. Okay, because they must be part of our assumption before we can go to other operations or processes. So if we have this, then by definition, if A is greater than B, then we can say that A minus B is an element of the set of positive real numbers, right? Because that's the definition here. Now, this is true until the definition, but of course, we are going to make a proof including or involving C. So how do we introduce C in this aspect here? And take note that C may be negative, may be positive, because C can be any real number. My point here is this. Let me move down. So what then if we are going to have here now, I'm just going to use now as part of a statement, A plus 0 minus B is still an element of positive real numbers, set of positive real numbers. We are just adding 0, and of course 0 is the additive identity. We are not necessarily hurting the expression on the left hand side, but the point there is, if we're going to add 0 to already a positive number, it's still a positive number. Am I right? Okay, we are just adding to a positive 0 to a positive number, hence it's still a positive number. Let me change my color to black to move further, because the main reason of integrating 0 here is even a 0 being a additive identity. This is also a result of adding two additive inverses. And this is where we can reintroduce C. Okay? So we can say here that A plus C minus C minus B is still an element of set of positive real numbers, as this is just 0 itself. C minus C is just 0 itself, right? Okay, so we are not, of course, again changing the left hand side, but we are introducing additive inverses for our 0, because as we can see, we have A plus C already appearing here. That's already part of what we are trying to prove. We don't have B plus C yet, but we can see negative C and negative B here, and we are actually getting closer to that. So what if I'm going to rearrange this minus B and minus C element of positive real numbers? We are using here commutative property, so we are just interchanging these two terms so it doesn't hurt. And the next part here is, once you have A plus C, as I group that into one, I can also factor negative to both of the terms here. So once I factor negative to B, I'm having positive B. And once I have factored negative from negative C here, I will have positive C, still an element of the set of positive real numbers. Take note, if we're going to return to that distributive property, then definitely you will get minus C as well. Now, what is this, by the way? This is what we are trying to show here, that the difference of A plus C and B plus C is still an element of the set of positive real numbers, as shown here. In short, we have now the criteria to say that this inequality is true according to the definition of the set of positive real numbers. Now this time, we can now say, therefore, with this statement already identified, we can now say that A plus C is greater than B plus C, following the definition of the set of positive real numbers, because no matter how small or large these two can be, as long as their difference is positive, it entails that this second, or we call it the subtrahend, is always smaller than our minuend. This ends our proof for this statement. So take note, we have introduced here set P and all the necessary details at hand. Thank you very much for watching.